You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you want to be. Bring your deepest hopes and all your wildest dreams. You are welcome, holy welcome, holy welcome. You are welcome here, just the way you are. No more hiding tears, no more covering scars. You are welcome, holy welcome. There's something in the air, the dream of life in love, with minds that rest in prayer, sparking joy we're in awe. No matter where your path has been or time has somehow flies, like souls will come home again, true friendship ever thrives. Is this where the magic happens? Can you feel the hearts revealed right now in you and me? The secret is wherever we are. There's something in a smile that can turn a day around. Moments so worthwhile when we find common ground. No matter what the day might bring, right here we can align, knowing that we will be seen as perfect, whole, divine. This is where the magic happens. Let's feel all the hearts, from close to me and me to you. The secret is wherever we are. So meet me where the magic happens, feeling all the hearts ignited now in you and me. The secret is wherever, the secret is whenever, the secret is together we are. Good morning. Beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to Center for CSL St. George on this last Sunday of April. So we're glad you joined us. We are an open, loving, inclusive community that supports thinking creatively and living a deeply spiritual life. Our purpose is to love, teach, guide, and support a spiritual community in creating and living a life that they love using science of mind and spirit principles and practices. Our vision here at CSL St. George is a community-focused center actively living, sharing, nurturing its members and friends so that we all may live our best lives. So our service team this morning, my name is Gwen Hadley. I'll be hosting today. We have Marina Anderson behind the scenes, making everything work perfectly. I also will be doing the reading in a little bit after Alan Stanley does his music, and we always love to hear original and any old song he wants to sing. We have Bill Smith, our practitioner, who will provide our invocation, and our good friend Eugene Holden is back with us. What a treat he is. See him again next month. So with that, Good morning, Alan.
Good morning, Gwen. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it is a beautiful day here, by the way.
It is.
Well, this time we're going to sit back and relax a little bit, sing, hum, and Bill's going to come in and offer our invocation, and we'll sing and hum some more. So just sit back. You're safe here. Welcome. I am at peace. I am at peace. I am one with the Spirit. I am calm. I am still. I am doing God's will. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of love. I am home, I am home, I am one with the Spirit. I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will. I am home, I am home, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of love.
Good morning, St. George. I have been asked to do the invocation for today's service, and invocation, the purpose of the invocation is to invoke the presence of God. And as we all know, that doesn't change God at all. It just changes ourselves. So I invite you to join in with me. As we come together for this Sunday celebration, this Sunday service, we do so in the presence of that one true and great power in my life, that power and that spirit that I choose to call God. I know that I am one with this God. I know that this God is in me and through me and excuse me, and all around me. And I know that as God works through me and with me and as me, I know that this is the life that I was meant to live. I know that as we are all one, each and every person within the sound of my voice, whether it is live or whether it is at a later post-recorded date, is also one with this tremendous spirit. So I speak my word for today's service, knowing that the message is clear and that the music supports that message, and the reading and the prayers are all unified with the message of the day. I also speak my word for the people who have been victimized in our Midwestern United States by the recent tornadoes. And I just know that each and every one of them uses this opportunity to strengthen their bond with the one, with Spirit, to improve themselves and recover and move forward. So I am grateful for this word. I am grateful for today's service and all of those who partake in it. So I just release my word to the law of God, knowing that it is already done. And so it is.
So it is. So it is. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am one with the Spirit. I am calm. I am still. I am doing God's will. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of love. I am home. I am home. I am one with the Spirit. I am calm. I am still. I am doing God's will. I am home. I am home. I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of love. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am one with the Spirit. I am calm. I am still. I am doing God's will. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of love. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am one with the Spirit. I am calm. I am still. I am doing God's will. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of love.
Thank you, Alan. Beautiful. So as we continue our theme for this month, Giant Gentleness, I have an Aesop fable for you, and it's entitled The North Wind and the Sun. Once upon a time, there was a north wind and the sun. They both argued about who was stronger. The north wind boasted about his strength and power, while the sun was quietly confident and believed that it was stronger. To end their argument, they decided to hold a contest. They saw a man walking on the road and agreed that whoever could get the man to take and remove his coat would be the winner. The north wind went first and blew with all its might, creating a fierce wind that whipped the man's coat all around him, which made the man cling closer to his coat, trying to keep himself warm. Next, it was the sun's turn. The sun beamed down its warm rays, making the day bright and pleasant. The man felt the warmth of the sun's rays and started feeling hot. He eventually took off his coat and continued walking, feeling comfortable in the warm sunshine. The north wind was surprised to see the sun's power and admitted that, indeed, the sun had been stronger. The sun smiled and said, "Gentleness and warmth can achieve more than force and fury." So the moral of the story, kindness and gentleness are more effective than force and violence. It is not always necessary to use force to achieve what we want. Often, a kind and gentle approach is more effective in getting others to do what we want. It is important to remember that being gentle and kind can go a long way in life.
Oh, that's great, Gwen. My coat's off to you for picking that. That's great. Perfect for today. Little dad joke. Anyway. So I picked this Daniel Namod song. I haven't played it in maybe a year or more. So if you enjoy it, sing along. My body, my soul is part of the perfect whole. My heart and my hands are serving the perfect plan. I know that is true when all that I am comes down to you. I know that is true. I know that I can rely on you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. My thoughts and my mind belong to a bitter kind. My words and my song, you've written them all along. I know that is true when all that I am comes down to you. I know that is true. I know that I can rely on you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. God, I am you.
Nice, Alan. Thank you. We've all got a little bit of gravel in our
we
voice.
do.
I think it's the pollen in this beautiful
Yeah.
green St. George.
I did a show outside yesterday, and your wind and sun our story brought back to mind what we were going through. But we got it done. It was a great benefit for PAWS, which is a local animal shelter organization, and so we had a really good time. But we got through it.
Nice. Thank you, Alan, as always. So it is my pleasure now to introduce Eugene Holden, practitioner. He's been with us several times and is in fact going to join us again next month. So it's always such a treat. Eugene?
Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, St. George, and everyone who is tuning in today. It's good to be back with you. Grand rising grandly in the knowing that right where you are, the infinite intelligence is. So grand rising, of course, is the theme for the whole of Centers for Spiritual Living. And the month of April's theme is giant gentleness. Giant gentleness. And the theme for today is gentle cosmic-ness. Now, I must admit that way that the title is put doesn't really resonate with me, so I'm going to change it up and I will let you know why. But let me go here first, right? So the definition, one of the definitions for the word cosmic is relating to the universe as a whole. The physicist Neil deGrasse Tyson writes this, that we are all connected to each other. Let me start this again. We are all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, to the rest of the universe atomically. So in doing the research for this talk, what struck me, instead of gentle cosmic-ness, it's like, okay, well, how about having a cosmic gentleness? Meaning that our gentleness is universal, that we are to be gentle within and without and throughout the entire universe. So we're having a cosmic gentleness, which takes me to Dr. Holmes. And anyone who has been in this philosophy for a while has heard this at least once, that there is only one life, and that life is God. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. Now, I change that last part up, or I add to it, which is say that there is only one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. And what I like to say is, I am that life. So when I say that I am that life, and we are all connected biologically, chemically, atomically, then what I am saying is that we are all that life of the one. Tyson goes on to say, not only are we in the universe is in us. He goes on to say more, I don't know of any deeper spiritual feeling than that which brings to me the feeling that not only are we in the universe, but the universe is in us. Now, this, of course, is not new. This is not a new way of looking at things, like the universe is in us and we are in the universe. There's a young man, there's an author named Eknath Esaran, who did the introduction or did the translation to the Upanishads, which is an ancient Hindu scripture, which I love the Upanishads. Great stuff. And Eknath Esaran writes in the introduction of the Upanishads, the Vedic hymns are steeped in the conviction of Rita, or an order that pervades creation, and is reflected in each part, a oneness to which all diversity can be referred. Beautiful. The Vedic hymns are steeped in the conviction of the Rita, or an order that pervades creation and is reflected in each part. It is a oneness to which all diversity can be referred. It's interesting thing about diversity is, right? Because when we stop to think about it, and we don't have to stop to think long, diversity just is. It just is. It just is. We don't have to think about, what's diversity. Life is diverse, right? I mean, even on this camera, you can see a diversity of things behind me, right? When Alan plays and sings his music so beautifully, there is a diversity of notes and vibrations and sounds. So all of that is to say that each of us has an effect on each of us. Cosmic gentleness. Now, you don't have to believe me. You really don't have to believe me, but just be aware of the vibration of the room, how the vibration of a room changes when someone walks in. So when someone who is well-liked walks in, the vibration changes, right? Conversely, someone who is maybe not perhaps so well-liked walks into the room, the vibration of the room changes. Right. So in other words, we all have an effect on us. We all have an effect on each other. So going back to Tyson's quote, we are all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, and to the universe atomically. So everything is in vibration. Everything is in vibration. The Kabbalion, which is an ancient Hermetic teaching, talks about the principle of vibration. And in this principle of vibration, it reads, nothing rests. Everything moves and everything vibrates. Going back to Alan and the music, I love the way that we are created. We are created so magnificently. What a genius mind that has created the universe that we are in, and that is in us. So much so that when Alan sings and plays, what we are really picking up are the vibrations of the notes, right? And the vibration of the notes go into this thing called the ear. And then that vibration is translated to the brain as sound and as music and then as harmony. This is amazing to me. As I am likened to say, if we are not in awe, we are not paying attention. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. Now, because we are created in the way that we are created, we get to choose the vibration that we come from. So this brings us back to us. This brings us back to us. I can't depend on you to make me feel good. Now, this is an interesting thing, right? Because the ego says that that's not true. The ego says that I depend on you to make me feel a certain way. And we hear this all the time. You make me feel whatever we want to put after that. You make me feel, right? Or maybe I want to go to somebody and says, I don't mean to make you feel bad. Well, the truth of the matter is, I can't make anybody feel anyway. That is okay, let me make it personal. Let me turn that around. You can't make me feel anyway. You can't make me feel harmed. You can't make me feel bad. You can't make me feel happy. You can't make me feel joy. That is all on me, right? So even though we are all connected and somebody comes to me offensively and upset and angry with me, and they have this vibration of, Eugene, you did this. It's up to me to choose whether or not to accept that vibration. Now, for me, I want to raise my vibration to a gentle power. I want to raise my vibration to take that in from a place of love. I want to raise my vibration so that I can connect with them to really tap into, okay, so what's really going on behind this verbal attack, right? What's really going on? And as I raise my vibration, maybe then I can see that, oh, they've been hurt before. And this is a reminder, whatever the situation is, this is a reminder to them that they've been hurt, right? So now they are reacting in the present to something that happened in the past. So we want to be aware of the vibration that we are coming with. See, so we must cultivate this feeling of gentleness within ourselves. There is a verse in the New Testament. Yeah. And I love this verse. I love this. And it's from the book of Mark, chapter 12, verses 28 through 31. And we're going to get to cosmic gentleness springing off of this. And one of the scribes came near and heard them debating, and he saw that he gave them a good answer. So he asked him, which is the first commandment of all? Yeshua responds and says, the first commandment is this: Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and you must love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your might. This is the first commandment. This is what I love about this verse. And the second is like unto the first. In other words, this is the first commandment, to love God with everything that we have, right? And the second commandment is like unto the first. You must love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these, right? To love God, to recognize that all that there is this infinite intelligence, and then to love that infinite intelligence, and then to love your neighbor as yourself. That's a beautiful, deep concept, to love your neighbor as yourself. See, because what it talks to, going to step 2 in affirmative prayer, right? Step 1 is to recognize, right? Recognition that there is only one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. I am that life too. And then also going to step 2, to unify or to identify with that which we have recognized. But not only am I recognizing it within myself, I am recognizing it in everyone and everything else, because we are all connected. There is only one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. We are that life now. Always was that life, and we will always be that life. So in other words, we are to love this life with everything that we have, with our whole mind, with our whole heart, with our whole soul, and with all the power that we have. And then we are to love our neighbor, catch this, as ourselves. Now the question that comes up for me when I hear that and feel that, to love my neighbor as myself. First of all, my neighbor is not necessarily that person who lives next door to me. My neighbor, since we're all connected, my neighbor could be that person who pushes that button. My neighbor could be the one that triggers me. That neighbor could be the one that may have a different political point of view than I. My neighbor is all of that and so much more, right? Because I am you and you are me, right? There's an African saying called Ubuntu, which means that I am because you are. In other words, we are all in this together. Again, now I know that this week's theme is cosmic gentleness, but this is why I chose to use to see it as the theme was gentle cosmic-ness, but I'm choosing to look at it from a point of cosmic gentleness. We want to spread and share our gentleness with everyone. So as we learn to be gentle, and the way to do this, to share our gentleness with others and to love our neighbor as ourselves, that poses the question, how much are we loving ourselves? Think about that. Do you love yourself enough to stop complaining about yourself? To stop judging yourself? Do you love yourself enough to stop complaining about others or judging of others? Do you love yourself enough to accept anybody just the way they are? Now, I know that initially we might want to answer quickly, yes, I am. But I'm inviting all of us to don't answer so quickly and to really sit back and think about that. Am I willing to accept everyone just as they are? See, because here's the thing, right? If God is all there is, then God is also that person. Is God showing up as that individual who pushed that button? Many of you have heard this before. They may have pushed the button, but they did not install it. So what I love about those people who may push my buttons, and I still have a few here and there, I'm going to tell the truth. There's a button here and there that gets pushed every once in a while. And when that happens, I am grateful to that person because, again, they didn't install the button, but what they did was to push it, to bring it to light for me to forgive whatever I need to forgive. Because this is the only way that I can be gentle on a cosmic level, right? Is to be gentle with myself. So as we begin to be gentle with ourselves, to have, to love ourselves unconditionally, then we can be transmitters of the gentleness and loving kindness into the world. And it always starts with the self. See, I have had clients tell me throughout the years when we're talking about forgiveness, well, Eugene, it's easier for me to forgive someone else than it is to forgive me. And then my response to that is, okay, great. That's a great place to start. And I want to invite you, client, to think about this. If you haven't forgiven yourself, then how completely can you forgive that person? See, because if I have not forgiven myself, then when I say that I forgive that person, well, there's still some unforgiveness that is on that thread. So the The mission, if you so accept, is to look at over this week if there's anything that is up for you to be forgiven, right? If there's anything in your life that you have not been gentle with towards yourself, be bold enough, be courageous enough to stand in it and go and say, you know what, I love me so much that I'm willing to let this go. I love me so much that I'm willing to let go of self-judgment. I love me so much that I am willing to show up as love. Now, how do we do this? We do this by trusting. We do this by trusting love. Trusting love. My beautiful, beautiful friend, Ricky Byers, has a song called Trust Love. And there's a line in the second verse that says, no one ever loses when one trusts love. To love is to live in the holy breath of God. See, no one ever loses when one trusts love. So now here's the other thing, right? I love the word love because love is another word for God, right? And if there is only one life and that life is God and that life is my life, then that means that I am love too, which also means that you are love. That means that we love. So our mission this week is to love the world as we love ourselves. Whew. I am grateful for this opportunity to bring that little message to us today. So now what I would like to do is to just allow us all just to stand in the awareness. If you want to, close your eyes and take a breath and affirm, I affirm gentleness for myself. Or however that comes up for you. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself. And we can even take it deeper and we take a breath and go, I am gentleness itself. Now, as we walk in this affirmation, and as we walk from this affirmation, watch how the vibration of the room changes when you walk in as gentleness, as you walk in as love, when you walk in as peace. Be aware of the vibration that you bring and how that vibration affects the room. It is truly like a pebble that's dropped in the pond and it vibrates out. Cosmic gentleness is what we are living from. That gentleness that transforms the planet. That gentleness that transforms our city, that gentleness that transforms the body temple and the body of affairs. I am grateful to be here, and I am grateful to be on this path of cosmic gentleness with you. So now let's anchor this in prayer. It is from a place of gratitude that I speak this word. I'm so grateful because I choose to recognize first and foremost this infinite intelligence that is called God. It is called Allah. It is called Yahweh. It is called Krishna. But whatever we call it forth into our conscious awareness, recognizing that it is that infinite intelligence from which all things are created. It is the very nature of this thing that I call God to permeate and to penetrate and to fill the interspaces of the universe, meaning that there is no space where God is not. The space within the space between the space is filled with the vibration of unconditional love, which is God itself. And so as I recognize the oneness and the power of God as being everywhere present, then that must mean that no matter where I am, God is revealing itself in through and as the I am that I am. And as I know this to be the truth of my life, I know this to be the truth of each individualized expression who is tuned in to this to this service today and who will tune in a little bit later. That right where we are, God is. Right here, right now, God is, we are. And so it is from my awareness of our oneness in God that I speak this word for gentleness, that we are gentle with ourselves. And from this self-gentleness, now we get to deliberately choose to be gentle with the world around us. As we say yes to this, I know that we are uplifted, that we are guided, and we are directed to experience only the highest and the best of this manifested word. So for this and for so much more than these words can ever say, I remain forever grateful and thankful. It is from this space of gratitude that I now release this word into the awesome and dynamic activity of love and law. I know that as this word is released into the law has no other choice. It cannot help itself. It must return these words unto us completely and magnificently and abundantly fulfilled. And so fulfilled, we simply and gently allow it to be. And so it is. Amen. Peace and blessings.
Thank you, Eugene. What an important message. I think in the political climate we're all living through, I know I really needed to hear this. Really important. I think we all have our work cut out for us. Are you going to be able to join us on Zoom for a little bit? I look forward to exploring this with you. Thank you. Namaste.
You're welcome. Namaste.
So we have some announcements. They're going to pop up in a minute. Prayer requests. You see the email up there. Prayer St. George, CSL St. George. If you are practitioners are here, ready and willing to pray with you or for you, please just reach out and they will reach back to you. Our next in-person service at the Masonic Lodge is on May the 12th. Join us again for our Zoom conversation, as always, at noon today. World Labyrinth Day Walk is going to be on May the 4th at 1 o'clock. There's details in the newsletter and on the website. So join us if you can. It's always a wonderful experience. Abundant prosperity. We live in the flow. So many ways that we can share and make the dream of a new center for CSL St. George. You can give with Zelle, which is a bank-to-bank transfer system. You can give online. There's a PayPal link, or scan the QR code, or give by mail. Any way you choose to give, we so greatly appreciate your support. So upcoming Sundays, next May the 5th, the Inner Landscape with Reverend Joe, he's back. And then on the 12th, the values-led life. So we look forward to that. So in a moment, we're going to do our closing affirmation. Marina will put us all up together on screen. And please, I invite you to say this out loud with us. I think it makes it more powerful. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind, life is in my body, and life is in all that I do.
I am it, I embrace it, and I share it.
Just the way that it is, and just the way that it is becoming.
Thank you.
Thank you, life.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Have a great day. Get out in the sunshine.
Yes.
See you at noon.